Are you just living your life without direction and all of that? Well, today you are going to find a direction, or you are going to make that decision to find a direction as we delve into the topic mentor-mentee relationship. My name is Joyce Jakada. We are live on Facebook and YouTube at Equa Television International. Our WhatsApp community is also active. You can do well to join the conversation by dropping your comments, your thoughts on mentor-mentee relationship. I'm not doing this alone. As always, I have Sambo Solomon, Prudence Brugger.
Yes,
I like the excitement. Good morning.
We're always
Good
happy
morning.
to see Monday to resume office and to do today's life. Because that break of Saturday, Sunday, you're like, wow, let me come and meet my people. Let's do this show together. I think that's just it.
I think sometimes even over the weekend, you're like, am I not supposed to do something by 11? Oh no, today's weekend. Sometimes it happens, but it's always nice to be here to actually talk to people, and it's always enlightening for me as well. It's like I get more knowledge from what we are discussing every time, and I'm always anticipating this set.
That's why, as always, we're here. Not just to help people out there, but also help ourselves. The Bible says wisdom is profitable to direct. When you see, when you're enlightened about something, it's easy for you to avoid it when it has some negative consequences. And then when you're enlightened that you know that when I told this part, I'm going to, there's gain here, you take that part. So somebody will say, why are these people always happy? You shouldn't take for granted the gift of a new day. There are a lot of people out there that are just on the sick bed. Some people are struggling. Some people one challenge or the other, but I missed it all. The Bible has urged us that we should rejoice in the Lord. As always, rejoice. So if you are to focus on the vicissitudes of life, the challenges, you anchor your thought on it, then you live an unhappy life. But then if you know that your hope is in Christ, then you can't help but to be happy and always cast all your cares on Him. So let's talk about mentor-mentee relationship. Like these days, it's common for you to hear somebody says, oh, he's my mentor. Sambo Solomon is my mentor. Or you hear some Muslim saying, Joyce is my mentee, and all of that. It's not a strange word. We always hear people say that he's my mentor, she's my mentee, and all of that. What's your thoughts about this relationship, mentor-mentee? Oh wow!
The point where you think you just. You know a lot about it, or you have an idea about it, and then you're supposed to talk about it, and then you're just nothing is coming forth. Okay. So mentor-mentee relationship is one thing that gives you that kind of feeling. Why would I say so? A lot of people have people they call their mentors, but you look at this person's life and you look at the acclaimed mentor's life and you can't see any form of similarities. So how exactly is this person mentoring the other? So when we're talking about mentor-mentee relationship, that's one thing that I think has become a cliche in our society now. Everybody says, oh no, I have a mentor. That person is my mentor. This person is my mentor. This person is my mentor. But the truth is that they're not really mentoring you. You're just using it as a platform to elevate yourself or some form of things so that you'll be acceptable in some places. But that's, by the way, a mentor-mentee relationship, it is supposed to make you a better person, actually. Because you meet someone who can help groom you, help develop you. And it's vice versa. Whoever is the mentor and the other is a mentee, the mentor is ready to learn as well from the mentee. You're not always just teaching your mentee. You would probably see your mentee reacting to a certain situation in a different way that you would have thought, and see that it is better So you might be able to learn as well. That's one thing. A mentor-mentee relationship needs that both parties are open to give out their best. But a lot of times when we say mentor-mentee relationships in this society, in our present society, that's not what you get.
So you mean it has been abused, right?
Yes.
All right. I think literally when we talk about a mentor, like a mentor is somebody, like Winfrey Ofra says, that allows you see hope inside of yourself. That no matter how dark the night is, no matter how teary it is, your mentor will let you know that there's joy that is coming in the morning. And a mentor is somebody that helps you to sees the greater part of you and helps you achieve it. You might not see the possibility of that, but your mentor helps you see that greater part of you. And I think a mentor is someone who allows you to see, like I said, a higher part of someone, and it becomes like maybe something hidden inside of you, but he sees it and help you achieve that. A mentor is someone who allows you to know that no matter how dark the night is, joy comes in the morning, like I said earlier on. So it has been abused, if you ask me.
Seriously?
Yes, but let me talk about the mentee as well. A mentee is someone that has submitted his or herself to learn. Because you have seen a footpath and then you want to learn from it, and you're open to identify with that person that has grown, has gone before you. Maybe it's the area of your career, your profession, or even personal development. You admire somebody, you see that this person have gone ahead of you and I can learn from him. You are a mentee. And I will tell you something, there's nobody that grows without learning. Because before you, there was somebody there. We all have this uniqueness in us, but learning helps us to become better. By submitting yourself to that person that has gone ahead of you, it helps you to at least walk in that path without even making it's not like you might not make mistakes and all of that, but it helps you to grow real quick and fast. But I said earlier on that this relationship has been abused, because if you ask me, mentor-mentee relationship is a helping type of relationship. Your mentor helps you to grow. You also learn. Your mentor knows that he doesn't know it all as well. So there are areas that your mentor can refer you to somebody else. So it's a helping kind of relationship. But today it has actually been abused. How many mentors are open to say that, oh, in this area, I don't know it, I'm referring you to another person? You have some mentors that think they know it all. They know it all. They disregard there's greatness in this person. No, this is my own area, this other person. Some mentors disregard that. And some mentees, on the other hand, they just come to you for what they will get at the moment. Oh, I want you to be my mentor. The intention is different. They just want you to be one of their reference in their CV. And then they will just say, I want you to be my mentor me. Then the next thing, the person comes to your office and say, please, can I put you on my CV as my referee? You do that, you won't see the person till after 3-5 years again. When the person needs another referral, and the person keeps shouting social media, my mentor, my daddy, my this, my that. You're not even submissive to even the person's, like maybe the person has books you don't even read it, and the person is your mentor. And that's why I say, to some extent, it has been abused. I'm careful with that word mentor, because when I say you are my mentor, I'm submitting. It means there's something that I admire and I want to learn. So for me to learn, I'm submitting. Like whatever it will take me. It's not something you just say in your mouth and that is all. It's beyond that. So I must be willing to submit to what that person did to become who he is.
I like the way you put it. Submission is key, because in mentoring, once you take out submission out of it, then it's nothing. It's not a mentorship again. There is no that relationship, mentor-mentee. Because as a mentor, that means you are open, you are willing, you are giving yourself as a slave to learn. No more, no less. And then I know something for sure. Mentor-mentee is a kind of double relationship, whether knowingly or unknowingly, whether you make it public or you make it secret. Because if today you are a mentee, definitely you are mentoring somebody. It's either you know or you don't know. If you are a mentor, you are mentoring somebody. You are a mentee to somebody, whether you make it public to us or you make it secret. And like you said, it's a kind of a helping relationship. A mentor is someone that is full of knowledge, that he is willing, again, to share his knowledge, his experience with others. Not just others, but those that are willing, are truly willing, that they want to learn. And you see, the reason why it has been abused is because now we live in a world that so many things doesn't really matter. You know, when it comes to issue of principle, issue of how things should be done. You understand? People want to jump from primary 1 to primary 6. People want to jump from just 1 to write WAEC. Things are not done like that. And the reasons are, now people watch people that are made, and they wish, I just wish I'm like Joyce. But come to think of it, did you sit down and said, okay, how did she get there? This is a question that most people don't ask. I want to be like Joyce. I want you to mentor me. Are you deliberate about that? If you are deliberate about that, that means you have to ask certain questions and have to give a genuine answer. Genuine answers to those questions. Number 1, how did she get there? Definitely, it's not from just 1. She moved to university, no. She made her pay the price. But now, because Joyce is on TV, Joyce drives a big car, you know, she does this, she does that, and you just feel, I just want to get it. While she invested time, resources in what you are seeing today that is reflecting in her. Don't see the rosy part of it. What about those times that she refuses herself sleep? She read all through the night. What are those times that she do sell certain things that you don't know? Her belongings, just for her to pay for one course or get some materials or something. You are not looking at that. How many times did she starve herself to get where she is today that you see and you are admiring? Are you willing to pay the price? And like you rightly said, yes, some people will just feel, okay, because Joyce now is made, once I'm attached to her, things will be rosy, things will be easy. And they come to you, they begin to tell you, Joyce, I want you to mentor me, I see you, I'm proud of you, you know, whenever I see you talk on TV, this blah, blah, blah. And they keep saying all those flattery words just to be accommodated. All she's after, maybe later, she just get one endorsement, or she tells people she knows you. Before you know it, she tells you, I will chat her now, you will see she will respond to me. And you, yes, because you allow her that, yes, you want me to mentor you, and I say yes. And anything I see from you, I respond. Because I know I'm mentoring you. And that thing, people will use it and brag. They said, I see it, I told you now. She will respond. This is a kind of relationship we have. So people don't want to follow process. And you see, God is God of orderliness. And he allowed this relationship. That's the reason why he said iron sharpens iron. The reason is that definitely we need one another. It's just that the purpose and intention why people come to you in the name that they want you to mentor them, you can't really tell. Some will come with a different motive, simply because they just want to build on that name that already you have established, and they get away with it.
Yeah, you see, that's what I was saying earlier on when I said that a lot of times we are misusing the whole mentor-mentee thing. For me, it actually gives you a vivid picture of a teacher and his student. A teacher and his students. This student comes to school to learn intentionally. This is what I want to do, and then he's ready to learn. And the teacher is there to give you what exactly you came for. But when we come to the issue of mentor-mentee relationships, that is missing. A lot of times we are not ready to learn. You just want what comes with the glory that comes with having a mentor. When you say something like, "Oh, I have a mentor and this is my mentor," everybody looks at you with a different look. You're getting a different kind of look. People are like, "Oh, wow, that's great." And most especially if the person that you say is your mentor is prominent, people are like, "Oh, that's your mentor. That's very good." And then people begin to expect things from you. But the major thing is that it opened doors for people. So people tend to use mentor-mentee relationships so that they would have open doors. My mentor is Solomon. So I come to Equa Television and I'm like, "My mentor is Solomon." They were like, "Oh, wow, that's great. I think we can give you an employment," something like that. That's what people are expecting to see. Or you were expecting that you get some certain form of favors because you're associated with this person. A lot of us capitalize on those things. A lot of mentor-mentee relationships are based on opportunities. A lot of people are just opportunists. And that's where we got it all wrong. Earlier when I said that it's a two-way thing, you're open, you want your mentor to teach you, and you're ready to teach your mentor at the time that it is needed. You want your mentor to help you, and you're ready to help your mentor if your help is needed. That's the mentality you should go towards it with. You should go to the whole relationship, mentor-mentee relationship. It is important that you stay focused on your mentor. You try your best to learn whatever your mentor has to tell you. And if you're not open to learning, you're wasting your time and wasting your mentor's time. And at the end of the day, on the long run, you're going to destroy the society that you're living in. Although the society is already destroying itself, but you will just add to the destruction. You'll be contributing to it. So it is important that when you want to have a mentor, first of all, why do I want to have a mentor?
Very critical question.
So if you already know that this is what I'm trying to learn from my mentor, excuse me, the disciples Jesus had, that's a typical example of mentor-mentee relationship. They were ready to learn. They were very ready. In fact, Peter was one that was really ready to give his all. Like, this is my master, this is my mentor, this is somebody that I look up to. So anything that is coming his way, I want to help. That's why he was able to take the sword in that garden.
And Prudence, like I said earlier on, mentor-mentee relationship is more like a helping relationship where you have a senior or a more experienced person taking his time to actually help someone that is coming up, either in the area of career, profession, or even personal development. So it means even the mentor will be deliberate in mentoring. Because you can't accept when people say, oh, he's my mentor. You've never had any session of interaction, like any interactive session between the mentor and mentee. There has never been any. There are people that just meet people in like in an occasion and just say, I acknowledge the presence of my mentor. He was maybe like he just had one experience that there wasn't a close contact. It was something the person did and you liked it. You never followed the person or read anything about the person or asked questions. You just say, oh, this person. So the word has been abused beyond even people not even following the right step. But I think it has largely been abused. So if the more experienced person, that senior colleague is experienced than you have to submit to learning if you call that person your mentor. On the part of the mentee, a lot of people have entitlement spirit or mentality. Am I not his mentee? He should be able to give me this. He should be able to do this for me. He should become your father, your mother, and everything. Like someone was sharing his experience that this lady is his mentee, and he always takes time to teach her, to coach her, especially in her business. He refer people as well to patronize her, because of course that's the area he's actually mentoring her in. And then there was this day she wanted a book, one of the books he wrote, and then she said that can she get this book? This is one of the books he sells, but because I'm your mentee now, you should be able to give me all of this. And then he accepted to give her the book, and can you pick it as social location that she will be busy and all of that. And he too, his schedule was tight, and she now asked him, go and drop it for me as so place. And the person did not do that. So I think when she noticed, the mentor didn't drop it because he was already on his way to travel. When she noticed that he didn't drop it, she went ahead to block him on all social media. I was like, what an entitlement spirit, because I'm your mentor. So it is me that will do everything you ask. You are not willing to hear what I have to tell you, and you think you can grow to that level that person is. No, it took that person a lot of sacrifice, a lot of humility to learn and to also be where he is. And if you want to be like that person, especially in that area, maybe it's career, maybe it's business, maybe it's personal development, then you must be willing to learn, to go through what the person went through to be who he is. We live in a generation where people just want everything real quick and fast, and nobody is willing and ready to learn. You just want things to just work within a twinkle of an eye. You are not ready to pay the price that the mentor paid to become who he is or who she is. So for you as a mentee to become that person you've been admiring, you must imbibe the habit of humility as well. You must be willing to learn beyond the name mentor-mentee. So I think that is very important. I think we should just take this quick break. We'll just take the thoughts for the week, and then when we return, we'll continue the conversation on mentor-mentee relationship. Stay with us. There's so much negativity on the social media. Be intentional with not adding to the negativity, but staying positive.
They will listen to you if what you do is adding value to them.
The media is one platform that one uses to express oneself. But to what extent do we do so? To lies and fake life? We have to be careful what we do on the social media.
Yeah, welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. It's still today's live on Equa TV International. Guess what? Engineer Tony J. Nakali is here with us, and from his experience as a mentor to so many, I think you don't want to miss out on any. Welcome.
Introduce me well.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present.
Yourself when
Okay,
you
sorry.
introduce me. Am I a small man?
Okay. With a standing ovation, hands put together, help me welcome Engineer Tony J. Nekali, our one and only mentor, a father,
mentee.
Our GM, boss. No, it cannot be mentee.
Mentor. I'm extremely happy to be here, and I'm sorry that I showed in late.
Welcome.
Tools beyond my control.
Well understood. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Like, it feels so happy to have you here.
Oh,
because
amazing.
You're one person that I know a lot of people, young people, will say, oh, like I've seen posts, people say, refer to you, they are mentored. Like somebody was talking to me and he said, oh, thank God that we have the likes of Engineer Tony J. Nekali, because like, you know, they used to be always this bridge between this generation and that generation, and they feel unheard. And they now have platform. They can now talk to you. You can relate to their skills. You still advise, you scold them where they try to go wrong and all of that. And I like the fact that despite the scolding and everything, we're here.
Well, I didn't know I had that much mentees. I didn't know. So how many do I have?
The list can go on and on.
How many do I have?
I can't count them.
Uncountable.
I don't know.
Me, I know 3. 2.5. The other one is one leg is inside my mentoring. The other one is in rabababa shabababa.
Okay. So the thing is
okay,
that...
I'm talking nonsense. Why are you interrupting me?
Continue.
Go ahead.
Okay. So we started conversation about the mentor-mentee relationship, and it's a helping kind of relationship where the most, or the person that is more experienced or a senior colleague, whether at work or skill, whatever it is, takes time to help the other, talking about the mentee in terms of career, personal, professional growth and all of that. But honestly, it has been abused in our society today. You hear people just say, oh, he's my mentor, but they just do that just to get something out of it, and the person will just come and say, oh, you're my mentor, I look up to you, and just so that you can become one of their referee on their CV. After that, you don't see the person. After 2 or 3 years, the person comes back and say, as my mentor, I want to start up this business, I need some amount of money. And so it's like they take advantage, and some is more like an entitlement. Like some mentees have that entitlement spirit that is not my mentor, I should be able to sponsor my education and do all open business and do all of that, disregarding the process that the person went through to become who he is. They just want the mentor for what they can get. And there are some mentors also that don't create time. There are people that they deliberately say, one thing I noticed is that most mentors, people call them mentors, but they don't even know them and all of that. So they hardly know some of these people to even create time to have interaction, to put them through and what is actually expected. But I know you have more to say on that.
Well, I should, not because I mentor a lot of people, but because I live in Africa. A lot of people have given various definitions as to what mentoring or who a mentor means or who a mentor is. People have just carved out definitions, right? People just say, this person is my mentor. Be like, you're in Angarukuba, who is your mentor? TD Jakes. Oh, wow. I don't have to meet him for him to be my mentor. Oh, that's it. All right. Awesome. So that goes to say that I don't see it as a wrong thing, but this is what it means to me, that mentoring is at various degrees. Yes, it's at various degrees. Some people if you are looking for someone to mentor you in dressing, man, if you just see me on TV, you can learn dressing. You don't have to meet me and say anything. You can check the combos, like the combination, and that's all. But if we're talking about a life coach, No, that's not acceptable. A lot of people will disagree with that, but there are certain questions in this life that you have to ask verbally, and you have to be answered verbally for you to understand if you really have good intentions and reasons why you ask the questions in the first place. A lot of people send me messages, Joyce, I cannot count. I want you to mentor me. I'm like, do these people know what it means to mentor someone? Just because I posted something and there are over 1,000 people commenting, liking, and sharing, doesn't mean you should come to me for mentoring. It does not mean. But and certain things we do not check. We just look at, wow, this guy is carving a niche for himself. So I want to be around that cliche. It doesn't cut out well at the end. There are so many reasons why you should want to choose a mentor. And some people disregard things that are consequential in choosing mentors, and then they go ahead to choose mentors. And I explain. Because of how Solo speaks on TV, I want him to be my mentor. Because of how Joyce puts together English, I want her to be my mentor. Because of Prudence calm, and she carefully dish out her points and all that. I want her to be my mentor. There's more to it. There's more to it. When you are choosing a mentor, don't just look at the physicality of his being and let that be the attractive point for you. No, it doesn't work out that way. You need to go closer. You need to see how he reacts to snake bites. You need to, because there are a lot of snakes around. You need to see how he reacts to pain. You need to see how he reacts to, you need to even see how he celebrates victory. You need to know what victory means to him. You need to know what pain means to him. You need to know what all of these things mean to him. Then when you do, then you ask yourself, am I willing? I need to know his weaknesses as well. Before you nail that hammer, and before you hit that nail with the hammer, you need to ask yourself, what are his weaknesses? What are his strengths? Or what is his strength? And then if he's weak in this area, and I'm aware, and being aware of something is different. If someone tells you about Joyce Jakada, it's different. When you meet her, it's different. When she decides to show who she really is in life, it's different. That is why people don't know how to deal with stages in life. And that's the reason why they make mistakes. That's the reason why you break down. Because you get to a point you don't even know what to do at that point in time. Now, back to the point. You chose someone just because he's fluent in English, he's calculated, he's calm, but you don't know that he's struggling with drugs. You don't know that he's struggling, he's a sex addict. You don't know that he's alcoholic. You just don't know that he's a negative vice that he also is dealing with. So one day, your mentor is walking out of a hotel room with his girlfriend, and you know his wife and his children, and they are holding hands, maybe even kissing or doing something physical on their way out, and then you get broken. Whose fault is it? Yours. Because while you were shopping for a mentor, you got so carried away that you did not check the qualities of your mentor. Some people don't care. Whatever they see a mentor do, this is my mentor. I don't care. This is what I'm learning from him. That one is his own. But some people cannot handle that. Some people can. God forbid. Some people will start crying, saying all sorts of things. Joyce, there are a lot of people who call me mentor, but they are not, as far as I am concerned, they are not anywhere close being mentees. They are not. So since is their right to call it, they can go ahead and call me mentor. You can't go and post that. If you know you're calling me mentor, behave this way, otherwise I will mentor you. No. You can't say that. But you let people be. Yesterday was Father's Day. And I was surprised that Joyce Jakarta and Co. that are close to me, they didn't post my picture, they didn't share, they didn't say nothing about me, but they call me father, they call me daddy, they call me mentor. So I've decided, until I posted my picture, then they started, Happy Father's Day. I was looking for something to stone them, and I remember that it was through the phone. And I saw people that have expressed their admiration for me from a very, very far distance. I saw them scouting for my pictures and doing all that, and they were posting and they were saying things about me that I could not. Now, I shouldn't be in a hurry to judge that as loyalty or really these are the people. But where are them Joyce Jakarta that I've claimed severally that you are my mentor? Where are they?
Very important.
That Joyce Jakarta that is, about. Not you, Joyce Jakarta. There's one Joyce Jakarta every day. Mentor, father, iron bender. This one.
Well, I think
Odogu, iron bender, rich daddy, my mentor, my this, my that. The emperor, the what? The lion. And then yesterday,
yes,
they forgot that it was Father's Day. Let me just give it to them that they forgot.
Okay.
But anything you forget to do yesterday,
can do it today.
Chop knuckle.
Yes,
inside church.
Well, I wanted to say that that's very true. A lot of people think that because you appreciate somebody from afar and because you respect that person, this person automatically becomes your mentor. But that's not what it is. That you appreciate somebody and you are picking certain things from what the person is doing does not automatically make that person your mentor. And you mentioned something earlier. A lot of times when you're needing a mentor, you're needing a life coach, somebody that would help you. If you're struggling with this thing, you can confide in this person and he can be able to lend help. And if you are just driven by the attractiveness or how you think this person is attractive or how you think this person looks interesting, you're just looking at the outward appearance, then you would not get what you need. As you mentioned, you mentioned sometimes this person is struggling with something that you might need help with, and you can't help each other because both of you are struggling. So sometimes you need to be careful, or rather, when choosing a mentor, you need to be careful and deliberate about who you are looking up to, or about who you are saying this person is my mentor. Because take for instance the whole story about Elijah and Elisha. There was just a way that Elijah and Elisha had this mentorship. I don't know how to explain it. Immediately Elijah came to see Elisha. Elisha left what he was doing and followed him so that he will learn before Elijah gives him the rope completely. He wanted to know exactly, what am I facing? What am I going to see ahead of me? And that's why he followed him. Same with Ruth and Naomi. That was a mentor-mentee relationship. She wanted to know who that Yahweh is. And so she followed the person that she knew Yahweh closest. That's what we should be looking out for. When you're looking for a mentor, you need to be conscious and careful who you're choosing. Is this person having the same set goals as you? Is this person having the same set values as you? What are your priorities? All those things, you need to have synergy between the two of you for you to have a comprehensive mentor-mentee relationship. Little wonder the Bible says, unless two agree, they can't work together.
And I say, no wonder, Prudence, we have mentees that come and just abscond. Because, you know, the people like to identify with success, but they are not ready to pay the price. You see someone who is ahead of you, more experienced in what you do, and you want to be like that person. Yet you're not willing to pay the price. Pay the price in the sense that you subject yourself to learning, to listening, to working with the advice and everything that you are told to do. Some people's own, I think, is just some state of confusion. You say this person, Mr. A is your mentor, Mr. B is your mentor. These people's ideas, how they see things vary.
That's night and day, man.
Their belief, their ideologies are different. How do you want to cope with having these two people as your mentor? So we have a lot of people that will tell you, okay, yes, I know that you can have mentors, maybe in the area of your personal growth, someone different in the area of your career, or you're skilled, and then there's somebody skilled and you're looking up to that person. But where you have two people as you're looking at personal growth or development, and you're having two people that their ideologies it doesn't align in any way, then there will definitely be conflict. While this person is trying to talk you into, for you to become, this is what you need to do. That other person, disregard, you don't have to do that, and all of that. You will leave a confused person.
Joyce, you cannot enter two vehicles at the same time, even if they're heading towards the same destination. You can't enter two vehicles at the same time. Imagine that you put one leg in the window of this one, you put the other one, then you hold the carrier, maybe from the top. The car would move and you get to the destination. But what if while driving a dog just bumps into the road, then this car goes left, this one goes right? What will happen to you at that point, where with your legs spread around?
What if they are moving on different speeds?
Let's even assume they are on the same speed. And then a dog or any animal, as it is known with their character in Nigeria, you cannot just have mentors in your life. And I've seen books, I've seen people put in books and saying all sorts of things about mentoring people. You can have 5 people in your life mentoring you. You can have life coaches, fine, but mentors, I don't think so, Joyce. Because what I believe and what you believe have come together to marry each other. That's why I'm mentoring you.
Yes.
And you see, you can't talk about mentoring and keep loyalty aside. And recently I was teaching sets of people, and I said, until loyalty looks like slavery, it is not loyalty. Until loyalty, in fact, until it gravitates almost to a level of slavery. Not that your master is enslaving you. No, you have grown in your loyalty to look like a slave before your master. What didn't the disciples do to Jesus? Of course, they had their other negative times, but what happened? What did the prostitute do with her hair? What did Zacchaeus do? Why do we disregard all of these things? And today, when you do such to a man, they say you are worshiping the man. And even the people who preach against such things, they have people who do that and more to them in the closet.
And they are comfortable.
They are extremely comfortable. Like, let me be very sincere, Joyce. There are certain things I see people do as adults, I don't feel comfortable. Like people who just want to help you collect your phone, something I can hold. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a mark of respect. That's what I'm saying. That until loyalty, and when you talk about, when you tell yourself now, Joyce, that I want to be loyal to Tony. I want to be loyal to Tony. That's your decision. You don't know what other people are deciding on behalf of you for making that decision. There is no name you will not be called on earth. They will even call you his mistress. Because people are quick to misunderstand. But you know how I know people? You must have an experience in what you say for you to say it. Because if you don't know it, why are you saying what you don't know?
How did you come to your mind?
Why are you saying what you don't know? So you know it. So what about the brother who decides to be extremely loyal to a fellow man? They are gay partners. Do you understand? People will find something to say, especially, and people see this loyalty and they talk about it to a fault. Why? Because they think you are loyal to a fault.
You can't be a mentee without being loyal to that person.
You don't know why would Paul say, imitate me? Do you know what it means to imitate? His two legs are walking, but if he starts walking like this, you should also start walking like that. There are certain people who don't understand the concept of mentoring. They don't. Especially people who are locally minded. Your pastor is always dressed in suit. Other pastors start dressing in suit. Then people start criticizing them. Your pastor barbs his hair he cuts his hair in a particular way, and the members, everybody starts following, and then everybody is angry. Why must you be that way? It's not an advice, it's envy. Pure, unadulterated envy. Now, Joyce, what is your business with who Prudence wants to mentor her? There's no business.
Yes.
I have a question for you. Why are you talking about it?
I shouldn't talk about that.
But you are. Right? You see, so certain times this mentoring thing, just let people pick their mentors based on what they want, not based on what you decide on their behalf. No, it doesn't cut out that way. If I want the president of ECWA to be my mentor, I should hold Bible like he does. Everything I see him do, I should want to do like him. If I want the general secretary of ECWA to be my mentor, I should want to do things like him. It's all part of it. Why would I pick certain things and leave the others? If he's preaching, I'm learning from it. Some of you, your children mimic you at home. Where do you think that is coming from? It's from the bond. Yes, they are bonding. Like I saw, there's this viral picture on the internet where a very little child walked past the living room with his hand on his back, and he was doing like this. He was walking like this. And just a minute later, his granddad was there, and he started doing that. So everybody now got the joke. Why? He's living with them. And he's watching. And most likely they are close. Just maybe they are close. So when you are shopping for a mentor, you should know that you are taking yourself to a place where you'll be discomforted, where you'll be given. Because when some people find out that you are there for them to mentor you, some people will muzzle the ox. What are you doing tomorrow? Okay, please, I have some laundry. Come to the house and do it. And gladly you go and do it. To the extent you gravitate, you start asking, do you have that? So when you understand life, honestly, you will enjoy life. See, people can come and stay with you as Joyce. They can live in your house. But it's just friendship. Or you are just helped. You can't blame them for not doing certain things. You didn't have a contract with them. They just said, Joyce, I want to come and spend my weekend with you. And you come. And then you start saying, we woke up, we were sleeping, she was lying down, she came for the weekend. That's how she is. So you have to stay with that. But you see, it's different when she wants to be a mentee. That means she has come to be broken. That means she has come to be bent. That means she has come to be fixed. And you don't fix things without applying pressure.
Wow. That's a powerful one there. Personally, I was sorry, Sabu Slomo, before you. Like, there are times that okay, I'm looking up to this person. I want to be like this person, but am I ready? Like, am I ready to be schooled? Am I ready to be broken? I ask myself all of this question, because you can't go around saying this person is your mentor. Your life and the person's life is as far as night and day. No, like you said, loyalty must be part of it. You must be willing to submit. You must be ready that, like the way he talks, it should be seen in you. But I can't call somebody my mentor and I'm not faithful even to that mentor, to the point that I hear people say, this person is my mentor. The next minute you hear them criticizing the person. You hear them saying all manner of things about the person. So people need to even get to the point.
But Joyce, are they wrong? They are not. They do that based on their understanding of what that name mentor is. So you can't blame them. If you don't understand things, see, you are shallow-minded about something. Why would your behavior be on top of a pinnacle about the same thing? There's no way possible.
So understanding what mentor means, I think, is very vital. Maybe you go and ask yourself, that person that you're calling first understand who is a mentor.
Exactly.
Are you ready?
Exactly.
After the definition, you have to make your mind. What is that exactly? What exactly do I want? Like, from that person, what am I looking out? Like, what am I looking at? Is it the way he dress? Then, like he said earlier, just watch.
We don't have to meet.
Just
download my pictures online, and that's all.
But there is more to that. And then, like he said, yes, sometimes someone can just write certain things, and then you read, you get inspired all the time. You're hoping, you're wishing that person drops something that you quickly go through and then read and then add up to something that already you know. And but you see the issue of that deep mentorship, that you have to engage one-on-one. Once you take loyalty, you take submission. There's nothing there. You are just there for paparazzi. That's just the truth of it. And if you check it, there are some that will come asking you that they want you to mentor them. And then, a mentor is somebody that is always open, always willing to accommodate, so that he will pour the excess in him in terms of knowledge, in terms of experience. That's what you are looking for. Anything outside that, then it's something different. Like what the Hausa people will say, Maula. He's just there for sycophancy, just to hang around you. At the end of the day, if you check it, those that are coming without a good intention, of that mentor-mentee kind of relationship, they come and they check people you relate with. And these are the people that you will start hearing them. Like somebody will be like, that your boy, that person that I always see you with, calls me or asks me of this or this without even you know it. Yes. Contacts of your mentor, you can't get through them without passing through him. It has to come by his recommendation, no matter how you see it. Because it is through him that you get to know those people. So anytime you cross, then there's a problem. That's where that issue of loyalty comes in. If you say you are loyal, then your loyalty should not go to that extent that you can jump without even your mentor knowing. So people come around because of, like I said earlier, the without proper definition of what they want. And you see people going for certain things simply because they already carve something that they want to achieve. Okay, I'm coming to Tony because I know by so time he's with this person, and I want to achieve this. And that is it. And they just come, they do whatever they want to do at that moment. They they use army clothes that they call camouflage. And they come and they get what they want to get, and then they move. And that's when you will see them talking about those people they call later, that this person is my mentor, or this lady is my mentor. You hear them talking about them, and you start wondering, what happened? Like, just of a sudden, what happened? They can't explain. So you will know that they are there with a different motive. So you have to know what you want first before you engage yourself. That will really help you. And that's why you find out we just have few good mentor and mentees.
We have some comments. Almanas, very impressive. It's Princess Daniel, very impressive. We have Adama Jemima, right? Keep up the good work. Thank you. Great job by Hannah Ike. Okay, these are the few comments that we have, and I think we should round the show off. If you are looking for someone to mentor you, you are also like a blind man who needs to be guided, and you have to look for people whose policies in life you can believe, people who with knowledge that you can solely rely upon. It's today's life on Equa Television International. Tomorrow we'll be back if Jesus does not return. Thank you very much, Equa Television, Equa Executive, for giving us the opportunity to do this. Cast and crew, everybody, we're grateful. We've had thoughts for the week, and we thank all Equa Television supporters for supporting us all the time to do this. Tomorrow, you wouldn't want to miss what we have. Tomorrow, we have something that will challenge you. See you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Bye.